Hello everyone, it is just a little before 8 o'clock on this February 28th, the last day of February, and it appears that our severe weather risk is not lessening and that confidence is beginning to increase that more thunderstorms are going to develop overnight tonight. Let me get you caught up with the latest here. Tornadoes that happened in central Arkansas, there were a lot of tornado warnings, and then there's now confirmed tornadoes in eastern sections of Arkansas. We're looking at the radar here from, notice the Fort Smith area. When we look at that storm from Little Rock's radar, it's quite a different story, a very impressive storm. Quiet weather, though, in eastern Oklahoma for now, but some of the latest indications are showing that thunderstorms will develop along a dry line cold front intersection. So we've got storms likely from 10 p.m. into 2 a.m. and the threats for these storms will be damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. Now, if you notice, this orange area now extends all the way into northeastern Oklahoma and includes all of northwest Arkansas. The moderate risk now includes McDonald and Berry County in southwest Missouri, and that's a large moderate risk, and there have been numerous tornadoes in northern Illinois as well. In fact, when we look at the tornado risk, we'll come back to this, but this does include that hatched area now in the Fayetteville, Fort Smith area, or should I say Fayetteville, Rogers, Bentonville area. Fort Smith is a little bit removed from the hatch area. A lot of tornadoes that were reported in northern Illinois. Let's come back to this, and you can see that hatched area just a little bit northeast of Fort Smith. It does include almost all of northwest Arkansas, even parts of eastern Oklahoma. So this has changed significantly from throughout the day, having that moderate risk being way far to our northeast, as well as the enhanced risk. Hail threat is definitely there with isolated supercells that are expected to develop later on tonight. Now, when we look at the severe thunderstorm warnings, there's a lot of them. The energy is beginning to swing in. The temperatures are a little colder aloft, so that's going to lead to a little more instability as that weather system begins to swing in from the west. So when we look at the satellite and radar, there's the tornado warnings that continue ongoing in southeastern and eastern sections of the Jonesboro area. So our temperatures are right now at about 70 degrees, so it is warm, not cooling off at all. And not only that, you got dew points climbing into the lower and middle 60s. That's plenty of fuel for thunderstorms to develop. So this is going to be our focusing mechanism most likely, is this dry line as thunderstorms develop in a warm, humid air mass east of the dry line. This front is going to surge south and connect with the dry line, and then we've got the upper level energy, and you can see this low racing off to the northeast rather impressively. And not only that, but you can see the jet stream energy that is also increasing across the area. So our future track is now showing storms to develop overnight tonight at about 2 a.m. A little bit of supercell action rolling through northwest Arkansas as well as the river valley. Now keep in mind, don't look at this and say there's going to be a storm over Rogers. It just kind of tells you the general trend. So again, the severe weather threat for this evening, we might need to bump up that tornado threat a little bit more. But again, it's all dependent on if storms develop. If storms develop, we are looking at that potential for rotating thunderstorms. So we're going to be here throughout the night monitoring these storms. We'll be on the air. We'll be online. We'll also be on your radio, KLRC, if we start doing what we call continuous severe weather coverage, wall-to-wall coverage, as we call it here in the TV land. But we're going to be watching these storms closely. We'll get you through the night and keep you here with your weather authority for the latest weather information.